You're right there, YouTube. It is Crackoon again, bringing you another gameplay. Commentary man, we're here again, bringing you another ground war domination on the map Outpost. Going to be using the Scar L with a suppressor. I've got the focus proficiency on there. I think it's focus. I don't know. I've got a single FMG9, no silencer, nothing like that. A frag grenade, a flash grenade, Sleight of Hand Pro, hardline, marksman. And like I said, the focus proficiency, kill streaks, precision airstrike, Reaper, Pave. Boom! Getting on with it. Interesting topic today. Got another message. Travels with Kramer. I've spoken about him once or twice before. Done a commentary topic on him once or twice before. The thing is, he always sends me these good questions and good PMs about the game and generally what I think about this opinion, and sometimes he'll agree, sometimes he disagrees. In this particular case, he disagrees anyway, but I'm all open to hear other people's opinions. That's just the way it is, having other people's opinions, understanding other people's opinions, you know, acknowledging them, and you know, just that's what it's about. It's all about having like opinions and different opinions. It stirs up conversation, activity, whatever you want to call it like that. But anyway, moving on with what he said anyway, right? And essentially what it's going to be about is Overkill Pro, and I know I've spoken about Overkill Pro many times before, but essentially he sent me a message, so I'll read out the message and I'll give counterpoints to like everything he says like that. But I do believe he's got some pretty good points and everything, but I'll explain it to you out anyway. But start of the message anyway, right? He left something at the start saying about how he didn't want to seem like he's trolling, whatever. I'm not asked if he was trolling anyway, you know how it is. All's fair in troll and war or whatever like that. But anyway, what he said right is sleight of hand is unnecessary on so many weapons, especially the ACR. You could use Scavenger instead, negating the need for Overkill and opening up the second perk slot. Hardline is quite a good perk, but Assassin is incredibly overpowered and gives you quite an advantage. You are probably the best player I've seen on YouTube, and I watch a lot of commentators. I'm telling you that if you use Assassin, you would destroy noobs even more than you already do. I didn't realise that he gave me a proper shout out like that, but I am the best commentator on YouTube. I'll be the first to admit it, whatever you want to say like that, right? But essentially, right, so he's got a pretty good point now. He goes on about a sleight of hand is unnecessary, right? But the thing is, right, is the trade-off, right? The trade-off. Sleight of hand over Scavenger. I'm not going to give away Stopping Power Pro to use Scavenger, right? And I know that didn't make any sense at all, but think about it in Modern Warfare 2 terms. Stopping Power Pro was a second perk, right? Right, you got to understand that. And then Scavenger was the first perk. Scavenger in Modern Warfare 2 was well overpowered. You could resupply equipment, grenades, flash, special grenades, ammo, whatever you want to say like that. You could resupply everything off Scavenger, right? And Scavenger Pro. It's gone to Modern Warfare 3, right? And essentially what's happened is Sleight of Hand Pro is turned into Stopping Power, and that's now in a first perk position, right? Scavenger is also in that first perk position, but what they've done with Scavenger is they've nerfed it down to in which it's now absolutely useless in my opinion, unless you want ammo, right? That's the only way you can see it, right? And essentially, right, so he says the need running Scavenger instead of like Sleight of Hand is negating the need for Overkill, right? But the point being, if I was running the ACR with Scavenger and then I wanted to run like Hardline on my secondary perk, fair enough, I'd be able to scavenge ammo and everything like that. But I'd rather not take the risk. I'd rather just run Sleight of Hand, run like my secondary perk as Overkill, get another secondary weapon, and then I've already got the ammo there. You understand what I'm saying like that? Instead of having the risk of using Scavenger, and then with Scavenger you've got to go out and collect the little blue Scavenger packs, I don't have to do that. I've already got a primary weapon with the ammo there, and I've got Stopping Power in my class because I've got Sleight of Hand on there as well, or Sleight of Hand Pro, whatever you want to call it. I've already got that on there, so I'm not missing out. And the thing is, right, as I know, right, and he goes on to saying about Assassin is incredibly overpowered. Boom! That's the reason why I don't use it. You're never going to see any gameplays of me using it unless I'm using Specialist. I've not brought a gameplay of me using Assassin yet, and I probably never will do. That's just the way I am. I don't like using cheap perks. Cheap guns is a different matter, because if I want to get myself the advantage by using the FMG9s akimbo, I'm gonna do it. That's just the way it is. But apart from that, I don't use cheap perks. Just how in Black Ops, I never used Ghost. Didn't like using Ghost at all. Never used Second Chance. Nothing like that. But seeing as though most of the perks in Modern Warfare 3 are extremely balanced, then you know how it is. It's not really that many perks that aren't that aren't cheap and everything like that, except Assassin Pro or Assassin, and that's pretty much it. That's the only one that's cheap, and I just don't find a need to use it because there are other perks out there that are quite as good. And here I make this guy rage quit because he's trying to camp in the corner from the Reaper, and then he just got pissed off. I would have probably done the same thing, but it's just the way it is sometimes. But that's the point, man. I don't use Assassin. I'm not going to use Assassin the same way in which I didn't use Ghost. People bitch about Ghost, right? They still bitch about Ghost. They have always bitched about it. And now that they've got that title, it's going to go on. You understand what I'm saying like that? And Assassin Pro is essentially the cheapest form of bitching this, because I know I get pissed off when people use Assassin Pro in Modern Warfare 3. Fair enough, I could fight fire with fire, but when it comes down to it, there are other perks out there that are a lot better, and I kind of like bumbled a little bit there, but I said there are other perks out there that are a lot better than Assassin or Assassin Pro in my opinion, and that's just the way I feel, and I just really don't want to use it. But essentially, it goes on anyway before I run out of time. But it goes on to say anyway, there are two more reasons Overkill is unnecessary. The first is machine pistols are absolutely beast in this game. Akimbo FMG9s and the MP9 are better than a lot of primaries in this game. The second reason is that you can just pick up other people's guns as you traverse over the map, especially if you have Sleight of Hand Pro. And this makes this a lot easier to do, right? So you got to understand it like that. So he says that as well, right? So the first part, there are two reasons about how machine pistols are beast, right? Granted, the machine pistols are a beast. I agree with you there, right? And sometimes on the rare occasion, well, no, not on the rare occasions. In most occasions, it is a good idea to use machine pistols instead of Overkill Pro, right? But on the occasions where you're on a map like this, you don't want to be using machine pistols. I'd rather take the long range assault rifle that will be in my secondary slot as my secondary primary weapon, and I'll use that instead. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'll use my second primary weapon because I rarely run into people where I rarely run into close quarter battles on this map. I'm mostly sticking at long range, so it's all about kind of training yourself to know when you want to use Overkill and when you want to have the good extra ammo for the long range weapons and everything like that over the machine pistols. And essentially the second reason he says is that I can pick up other people's guns and like that, and then once again that goes back to the point that I've already stated, which is about the risks, and it's cutting down your risks within the game and essentially not giving it, because to go pick up other people's guns and stuff like that, I've got to go out there and I've got to put myself in harm's way and put myself in the open and everything like that. Why would I do that when I can just start with a secondary weapon already? And I'm pretty sure Scavenger Pro gives you extra ammo to begin with, but I seriously would not give up Stopping Power Pro or Sleight of Hand Pro for Scavenger. That's just the way it is. With the way Scavenger's been nerfed, I don't see the point in it. And so, I don't know, you take it for what it is. It's risk over greed in a way or something like that. But I don't know. You take it for what it is. That's the end of the gameplay / commentary. I can't remember what score I went, but that's all I got to say for now, and peace!